dark was heavy, close and slow, like it forgot how to let go. No sound to break it, no delay, just breath held tight in what I'd say. And in my hand so small and thin, a spark that barely fit within. I struck the match against the night and watched it learn to eat the light. Not flame at first, but something near, like hesitation born from fear. It trembled once, then found its voice, like it had never had a choice. And in that glow so soft and weak, it seemed to almost speak. The air leaned in, the shadows bend, like something old in heaven sent, but wrong in ways I couldn't name. As if the fire knew my shame, the flame grew tall, then bowed its head, like something holy left unsaid. And every second passing by felt like a whispered cry. In trembling, broken light, no rage, no roar, just something small, like it believed in all. Oh, I tried to blink, I tried to flee, but it was looking back at me. And every breath I try to take feels like the world might break. It danced without a guiding hand, like it was trying to understand why darkness doesn't let things stay the way they start. That way the walls went soft, the room went thin, like something else had moved within. And every flicker on the floor seemed to open up a door, not outward, not to anywhere, but inward, like it lived in air. Was standing by its side. The flame don't burn the same for all. Sometimes it rises just to fall. And every thought I tried to keep just drifted into sleep. I lit the match and watched it pray for me, and I don't think I'm still free. No final word, no place to stay, just light that fades away. Oh, I tried to run, still shakes in what it takes. Then it bent low, then went still, like it had finished what it will. And in the ashes, soft and gray, I heard what it might say. Not language, not a sound at all, just something waiting for the fall of everything I thought was mine into a softer line. And when the flame had finally gone, I wasn't sure what lingered on. It ain't the match, it ain't the fire, it's everything we don't retire. Every spark we set in place still learns to show its face. And flames don't always rise and burn, sometimes they teach us how to learn that everything we try to pray still fades the same old way. I lit the match and watched it pray for me, and it stayed inside my memory. No end in sight, no truth to save, just embers in the grave. Oh, I tried to stop, I tried to stay, but it had already gone away. And every breath trust its warmth, don't trust its grace, or you'll see your own face. The night goes on, the wind runs thin, but something always starts within. And I remain where embers stray, where I lit the match and watched it pray. The church bells ring, but not for peace. They echo through a broken release, and every note feels sharp and thin, like something trying to begin. The stained glass burns in morning light, but nothing here feels wholly right. And in the hush between each prayer, she knew something was hidden there. She walked the halls like she belonged, but something in her felt too strong, too sharp for all the words they prayed, too clear for sins they tried to fade. Her father spoke with steady tone, but never when she was alone. And every sermon he would give seemed like a place where lies could live. She found the book beneath the stair, like tight, like someone hid it there. Not scripture clean, not gospel pure, but something darker at its core. She didn't scream, she didn't run, just read the truth that came undone. And every page she turned too fast pulled her deeper in the past. The preacher's daughter knew too much that day about the things he'd swept away. No holy light, no saving grace could hide the truth upon her face. Oh, she tried to speak, she tried to flee, but truth don't always set you free. And every word she tried to show was something they refused to know. The basement door was always locked, but late at night she heard it talk. Not voices clear, but shifting sound, like something breathing underground. A shovel leaned against the wall, like it remembered every call. And every stain she couldn't place felt like it carried someone's face. She wrote it down in quiet ink, the things they never dared to think. But paper burns and truth will hide when fear is standing right outside. She held the weight without a word. Too much was seen, too much was heard, and every truth she couldn't trust turned into falling dust. The preacher's daughter knew too much that night about the shadows out of sight. No sanctuary, no disguise could save her from what truth implies. Oh, she tried to speak, she tried to flee, but truth don't always set you free. And every step she tried to take just led to something they would break. And they say she vanished without trace, but I still see her hidden face in every mirror cracked and worn, in every silence newly born. The preacher never changed his tone, still stood there preaching all alone. But something in his eyes went still, like something finally lost its will. And every hymn the church still sings feels heavier than broken things, like someone left a truth behind that echoes through the preacher's mind. It ain't the book, it ain't the sin, it's everything that's trapped within. Every secret left to grow becomes the thing you cannot know. And truth don't always wear a crown. Sometimes it burns whole kingdoms down, till every prayer you try to clutch can't save you from what's known too much. The preacher's daughter knew too much to stay, and there was nothing left to say. No holy path, no second chance, just silence in the final glance. Oh, she tried to walk, she tried to be the voice they'd never let be free. And every truth she couldn't show still haunts the ground below. Now I don't pray, I don't believe, I just remember what I see. No faith to save, no lies to clutch, just what she knew too much. And if you ever hear her name whispered soft like dying flame, don't look too close, don't stay too long, or you'll learn what went so wrong. The bells still ring, the choir sings, but something darker softly clings, and I remain where shadows touch with the truth she knew too much. Hanging steady, straight and still, but something in the way it's resting don't align the way it will. And the room don't feel much different, still the same familiar walls, but the meaning in the center doesn't answer when it calls. I remember how it stood before, every line in perfect place, every angle held a certainty, every edge a kind of grace. But I saw it shift without a sound, no moment I could trace. Like it turned while I wasn't looking, and refused to face my face. There's no crack within the surface, no break that I can prove, but the weight of what it used to mean doesn't sit the way it moved. No voice to guide, no line to keep, just something waking underneath. And every truth I try to hold feels different than I'm told. It's a cross turned upside down tonight. No clear wrong, no clear right, just something shifting in its place that I can't restore or replace. So I tried to set it back in line, tried to read the same old signs, but every meaning I once knew won't return the way it used to. All sound the same as ever, every phrase I've heard before, but they echo slightly altered, like they don't land anymore. There's a silence in the answers, like they're holding something back, and the path I thought was certain don't feel steady on the track. I look around for confirmation, something solid, something true, but the ground beneath the question feels like it's shifting too. No sign to read, no past to trust, just something turning into dust. And every step I try to take feels like a quiet break. It's a cross turned upside down tonight, not in anger, not in spite, just something losing what it gave in a way I cannot save. Oh, I stayed, I tried to believe there was something I could retrieve, but every truth I tried to claim wouldn't stand the changed. But it wasn't in the symbol, it was something rearranged. No reversal I could measure, no clear point where it began. Just a slow and steady turning I could never understand. And in that quiet, hollow moment, with no ground left to defend, I stopped trying to correct it and let the meaning bend. It ain't the sign that loses weight, it's what you learn to reinterpret. Every truth you leave unchecked finds a way to disconnect. And symbols don't stay fixed in place, they shift with every doubt you face. So every line you thought was true might not hold the same for you. It's a cross and now I see it clear. It was never fixed right here, no matter how I tried to hold. It was always bound to fold. Oh, I tried to make it stay, tried to keep it one clear way, but every meaning I held tight turned slowly out of sight. Now the shape is still before me, but it don't feel like it did. Every line still holds its place, but not the way it lived. And if you ever see it shifting in a way you can't explain, then don't assume it's just the symbol. It might be you that's changed. There's a stretch of land where the corn grows tall, but the rows ain't straight, and they lean and crawl like they're reaching out with 1,000 hands to pull you under where the dirt expands. I was warned real young, don't walk that way, don't go out there when the sky turns gray. But the silence called like it knew my name, and I stepped right in, never left the same. And the stalks closed tight when I moved too deep, like the field itself didn't want me to leave. The cornfields whisper back at night through the brittle leaves and the dying light. Every step I take, they shift and bend like they're guiding me to a hidden end. Hear them murmur low what I tried to hide, all the things I buried deep inside. I don't run, I don't turn, I just listen to the rose that burn. There's a scarecrow tied to a crooked post with a hollow face and a tattered coat, but I swear it moved when I passed it by, turned its head just enough to deny. And the deeper I went, the less I knew if the sky above was even true. 'Cause the light got thin and the air turned stale, like I crossed a line I could never tread. And the wind died out when I tried to shout, like the field itself had drowned it out. The cornfields whisper back at night through the brittle leaves and the dying light. Every step I take, they shift and bend like they're guiding me to a hidden end. Hear them murmur low what I tried to hide, all the things I buried deep inside. I don't run, I don't turn, I just listen to the rose that burn. There's a clearing deep where the ground dips low, where the corn won't grow and the shadows flow. I found something there I can't explain, just a shade pressed flat in the hardened grain, like a body once lay where the roots now twist, like a memory trying to still exist. And I felt that pull in my chest again, like the field remembered where I'd been. And the stalks began to hum my name, like 1,000 mouths with a single aim. Every whisper grew till it filled my head with the words I feared but never said. I tried to run, but the roads rearranged. Every path I took just felt the same, till I saw myself through the yellow leaves, standing still, staring back at me. And the voice came soft through the rustling grain: you planted this, now you remain. Now I walk those roads when the sun dips low, with a hollow face that I don't quite know. I see new footsteps break the line from another fool, just like I was in time. And I try to warn, but the field speaks first, with a sweeter tone and a deeper thirst. And they walk right in, like I once did, chasing something they should have hid. The cornfields whisper now, it's me, and every sound that they let you see. Every lie I told grows in these rows, every truth I killed still breathes below. Hear me call you close through the brittle air, like a ghost that's always there. I don't leave, I don't learn, I just fade in the rose that burn. Fields whisper, they never forget. Every seed you plant grows into regret. Every step you take feeds the ground till you're just another hidden sound. If there's mercy, it don't grow here, just a harvest made of fear. I don't live, I remain, just a voice in the endless grain. So if you see those fields stretch wide and the rows look wrong from the other side, don't step in, don't cross that line, 'cause once you do, you won't unwind. And when it calls, don't say your name, or you'll be lost in the whisper of the grain. There's a rail line rusting through a dying town, where the trains stop coming but the tracks stay down. Every board creaks low like it's warning me, but I keep walking where I shouldn't be. I found an old coat by the broken gate, with a pocket watch stuck at a certain date, and a name stitched in that I couldn't place, but it felt like mine when I saw the face. And the wind cut sharp like it knew my past, like every step might be my last. These tracks don't lead back where they began, they just pull you deeper from what you understand. Every mile steals a piece of your name, till you ain't sure who's left to blame. Hear the steel hum low like a funeral hymn for the man I was and the life I've been. I don't stop, I don't ask, I just follow down a one-way path. There's a station house with the lights burned out, and a ticket booth with no way out. I saw a figure there dressed in gray, selling rides that don't come back this way. I said, where does this line run to? He said, son, it runs straight through you. Then he handed me a torn out pass, with a destination marked your past. And the clock struck none, but I heard it chime like it counted down what wasn't mine. These tracks don't lead back where they began, they just pull you deeper from what you understand. Every mile steals a piece of your name, till you ain't sure who's left to blame. Hear the steel hum low like a funeral hymn for the man I was and the life I've been. I don't stop, I don't ask, I just follow down a one-way path. There's a train that comes when the sky goes dead, no light in the front, just a glow of dread. Doors slide open with a hollow sound, like a coffin dragged across the ground. I stepped inside, though I don't know why, felt like I already said goodbye. And the seats were filled with hollow eyes, all staring forward, none alive. And the train rolled on with no clear track, through a world that bent and never snapped. Every window showed a different scene of things I did or might have been. I saw my hands in a stranger's crime, felt the weight of things I called not mine. Every version of me I tried to deny sat right there, staring back in my eyes. And the voice on the rail said soft and thin, no one rides here without giving in. Now the train don't stop and I don't age, just a moving ghost in a rusted cage. I hear new footsteps down the aisle, another lost soul in denial. They ask me, where does this go? I just smile like I already know, and I point outside where nothing bends, just an endless track that never ends. These tracks don't lead back, they just erase every trace of who you used to face. Every truth gets worn down thin, till there's nothing left beneath your skin. Hear the wheels grind slow through your bones, like a song made out of broken homes. You don't leave, you just adapt to a life that's already snapped. These tracks don't end, they just repeat through the hollow echo of defeat. Every mile's just another lie you tell yourself before you die. If there's God, he don't ride this line, left us lost in a loop of time. We don't live, we don't mend, we just ride till the bitter end. So if you hear that whistle in the dead of night, but no train's there, no headlight, don't go looking, don't step near, 'cause it ain't a train, it's something you hear. And once you're bored, you won't come back. Just another soul on a never-ending track. The ink was dry before I signed, like it knew what it would find. A trembling hand, a desperate mind, and a promise I left behind. The air went cold without a sound, like the world had turned around, and every shadow in the room leaned in close like it knew doom. He didn't look like fire or flame, just a man who knew my name, smiling soft, too calm, too wide, like something hollow lived inside. He said, I can fix what's broken you, all the things you've been through. But his eyes never blinked once, like he'd done this 1,000 times. I asked him what he'd want in return. He said, nothing, you can't afford to burn. And I laughed like I understood, but I never really should. The pen felt heavy in my grip, like it had teeth along its tip, and every word I wrote down fast was something I could never cast back. The devil's deal went wrong that night. No fortune came, no burning light, just silence where the truth should be, and something watching inside of me. Oh, I thought I'd win, I thought I'd gain, but all I own is deeper pain. And every step I try to run still echoes what I've done. Gone when I looked twice, just dust and air and frozen time. The signature still burned my skin like it had crawled itself within. I tried to speak but no sound came, just whispers calling out my name from somewhere not quite far or near, but always standing right here. My reflection didn't match my face, it wore a grin I couldn't place, and every blink it made instead looked just a little more like dead. The ground beneath me didn't shift, it just accepted what I'd gift, and every breath I tried to take was something darker in its wake. The devil's deal went wrong that night, no mercy left, no wrong or right, just empty words I can't undo, and everything that's breaking through. Oh, I thought I'd win, I thought I'd gain, but all I own is deeper pain. And every road I try to run still leads me back to what I've done. I saw him once in crowded streets where no one else would meet his eyes, just standing there in passing light, smiling like he owns the night. He didn't move, he didn't speak, but every fear I tried to keep came rushing back in sudden waves, like I was standing on my grave. And when I blinked, he wasn't there, just winding silence, empty air. But something lingered in his place, like he had carved it in the space. It ain't about a soul you sell, it's every truth you never tell, every line you choose to cross without counting what you lost. And deals like that don't break or fade, they just become the lives you made, till every choice you thought was free is just another part of me. The devil's deal went wrong for me, but not in ways I thought it'd be. No chains, no fire, no final scream, just waking up inside a dream. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to run, but the ending's already done. And every breath I still belong to the devil's deal gone wrong. No, I don't bargain, I don't pray, I just watch the light decay. No escape, no victory won, just the price of what I've done. And if you ever hear that call from a voice behind the wall, don't answer back, don't play along, or your deal will go wrong. The ink is dry, the night is long, and nothing here feels truly wrong. Just me and everything I've done, from the devil's deal gone wrong. From the devil's deal gone wrong. There's a scar in the dirt where the railroad dies, in a town full of ghosts that don't close their eyes. Every window's cracked like a sinner's grin, you can feel that rock crawling under your skin. I came back here with a hollow chest, just a rattling soul in a death wish rest. Got a past that howls when the night gets loud, like a buried truth scratching through the ground. And the wind spells out what I tried to hide. Every sin I bear, it's still alive inside. The devil wears my name when the night comes down, whispers every secret I thought I'd drown. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave, every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. There was blood on the floor of a motel room, and a flickering light singing my doom. I remember her eyes, but not her scream, just the silence after like a bad dream. Tried to wash it off in a roadside sink, but the stain sank deeper than I could think. Now the water runs red when I close my eyes, and her voice still hums like a lullaby. And the truth don't bend when it's carved in bone, it just waits for you when you're all alone. The devil I thought I drowned. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave. Every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. Met a stranger once on a midnight road. He was dressed like me, even spoke my code. Said, I've been where you're trying to go. Then he smiled like he already knows. He said, you can run, but you can't outride what's been stitched in your bones since the day you cried. Every choice you made carved a deeper chain. Now you wear me too. We're one and the same. And I felt my pulse start to split in two, like the man I was never really knew. Every step I took he was walking to, like a second shadow I couldn't lose. I dug a hole in the dead of night with trembling hands and no moonlight. Said, this is where I bury you, but the dirt whispered back, I bury you too. Now the sky's gone black like a burned out vein, and the air tastes sharp with the coming rain. I can feel that end breathing down my neck like a promise I ain't outrun yet. There's a cross of ash where my heart once beat, and a trail of bones underneath my feet. If there's mercy left, it forgot my face, left me locked in time I can't erase. The devil wears my name when the night comes down, whispers every secret I thought I drowned. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave. Every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. The devil wears my skin, wears my shame, calls me out like a cursed refrain. Every road I take bends back again to the place where it all began. If there's fire waiting, I felt the spark, been burning alive in the endless dark. I don't run, I don't pray, I just fade while he takes my place. So if you see me walking through your town, keep your head low, don't make a sound, 'cause the man you see ain't who I became. It's just the devil wearing my name. There's a pit out back where the earth caves in, where they used to throw what they called their sins. No marker stone, no holy ground, just a hollow place that swallows sound. I was 16 when they dragged me there, with a rope, a lie, and a vacant stare. Said, this is where your kind gets laid. Then they shoved me down in the shallow grave, and the dirt fell fast, but I didn't die. I just lay there listening to the sky. No grave will hold me, I still breathe below, through the roots of guilt and the lies you sow. Every nail you drove couldn't keep me still. Now I'm rising slow with a different will. Hear me scratching through the broken clay, like a voice you buried won't stay away. I ain't gone, I ain't saved, and no grave will hold me in place. They went back home like it always done, like they buried more than a man undone. But the night grew thick and the dogs wouldn't rest, and the wind spoke low through every chest. There were footsteps heard where no one walked, and a voice in the walls that never talked. Every mirror cracked when I passed it near, even shadows learned how to fear. And the ground stayed warm where they left me dead, like it kept my pulse instead. No grave will hold me, I still breathe below, through the roots of guilt and the lies you sow. Every nail you drove couldn't keep me still. Now I'm rising slow with a different will. Hear me scratching through the broken clay, like a voice you buried won't stay away. I ain't gone, I ain't saved, and no grave will hold me in place. There's a man I see in the edge of sight, walking fields alone in the dead of night. He don't speak, but he wears my face with a twisted grin I can't erase. And he stands where they try to end my breath, like he feeds on the echo of my death. He said, you ain't you anymore, you're the thing they buried in that dirt before. And I felt my bones start to shift and crack, like the past was clawing its way back. Every heartbeat hit like a hammer blow from a place beneath I don't control. I clawed my way through the soaked black ground with a scream so deep it made no sound. Every inch was pain I couldn't name, but I rose back up, not the same. And the sky looked down like it turned away, like it knew I shouldn't walk this way. Now I walk through town, but I ain't seen, just a passing chill in a waking dream. I hear them speak of a curse out there in the hollow fields where they left me bare. And I smile slow when they lock their doors, when they feel that scratch beneath their floors. If they thought that death would make me fade, they should have known what they really made. No grave will hold me, I've crossed that line where the dead don't rest and the lost don't die. Every breath I take ain't meant to be, just a curse carved out of memory. Hear me calling through the dirt and bone, from the place they swore I'd stay alone. I ain't peace, I ain't saved, I'm the truth they buried in a grave. No grave will hold me, I'll walk again through the cracks of time and the weight of sin. Every step I take shakes the ground below like a warning sign. They'll never know if there's mercy, it ain't for me, just a shadow walking endlessly. I don't live, I don't fade, I'm the ghost that the dirt betrayed. So if you stand where the earth sinks low and you feel something move below, don't stay long, don't make a sound, 'cause something's lost, don't stay in the ground. And when they rise, they don't come to save, come back wrong from a shallow grave. There's a creek out back where the water went dry, just a bed of bones in a cracked up sky. It used to run clear when I was a kid, before that night, before what I did. Now the stones sit still like they're holding breath, and the mud's turned black with a taste of death. You can hear it hum if you stand real still, like it's waiting there, like it always will. And the air goes thin when you step too close, like it knows your name better than you know. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop. There's a rope still tied to a leaning tree, where the bark's been scarred like it's seen me bleed. I don't recall how it came undone, just the silence after when it was done. There was dirt in my nails and a shaking chest, and a voice in my head saying leave the rest. But the creek went still like it watched me lie, and it hasn't flowed since that night went by. And the wind died out like it couldn't stay, like it feared what I'd done that day. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop. Met an old man once by the dried up bend, with a hollow look like he'd reached the end. He said, I've been here since the water died, since the truth went under and refused to rise. I said, why don't you leave this place? He just smiled with a broken face, said, you don't walk off what you tie yourself to. Then he turned and his eyes looked through, and I felt that pull in my chest again, like the creek was crawling beneath my skin. Every breath I took felt thick with blame, like the silence itself spoke my name. I went back there late in the dead of night, with a shovel shaking in pale moonlight. Thought I'd dig it up, let the truth be known, but the ground was hard like it turned to stone. Then a crack ran deep through the dried creek bed, and a whisper rose from the buried dead. You don't dig up what you've become. Now I see reflections where there's no rain, in the empty bed of that lifeless vein. Faces flicker in the broken ground, every one of them makes no sound. And I feel my feet sink slow each day, like the earth itself won't let me stray. If there's mercy left, it ain't for me, just a place where the past won't leave. The creek don't run, but it pulls me in through the cracks of time and the weight of sin. Every step I take just feeds that land, like it's carving truth I can't withstand. Hear it whisper low, you're already mine, through the hollow echo of wasted time. I don't fight, I don't stop, I just wait for the final drop. The creek don't run, it just holds the truth of the man I was and the things I do. Every lie I told still breathes down there in the heavy dark of that empty stare. If there's peace, it dried away, left me here where the dead things stay. I don't live, drags you down. There's a creek out back where the water went dry. Just a bed of bones and a cracked up sky. Used to run clear, ain't ever wrong. And now the stones sit still like they're holding breath, and the mud's turned black with a taste of death. You can hear it hum if you stand real still, like it's waiting there, like it always will. And the air goes thin when you step too close, like it knows your name better than you know. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop. Bury me deep beneath the black oak tree, where the chains you forged to silence me. There's a path you can't quite see now, but you feel it when you stand, like the ground remembers footsteps you can't fully understand. And it doesn't look like ruin, not a break or open wound, just the absence of what should've stayed attached a little longer too. Started in the quiet moments where it's too easy to give. Nothing carved into the future, just the way we chose to live. Every promise sounded certain, every line was clean and clear, but they faded in the telling like they never really were. Now I see them in the distance, not as objects, not as signs, just a feeling that I walk through without noticing the line. No hand to hold, no voice to keep, just something falling underneath. And every step I try to take feels like it's already late. It's a trail of broken promises tonight, no wrong declared, no clear right, just something fading in the wake of every vow we couldn't make. Oh, I tried to turn around, but the silence held no sound, and every word I thought was true became a path I walked straight through. I remember every moment when the meaning felt so real, but the shape of what we said then couldn't hold the way we feel. There's no line I can recover, no exact place I can stand, just the weight of all the versions that slipped right through my hands. Now even memory feels altered, like it's learning how to lie, not in truth but in the space in between what we left behind. No truth to claim, no debt to show, just something only time will know. And every promise I take its form. There's no anger in the ending, just the absence of what's gone. And I don't blame the forgetting or the way it came undone. It's the nature of the speaking to dissolve when it is done. And in that quiet realization, with no promise left to break, I stop chasing after meaning and accept what still remains. Adding the lie that builds the path, it's every truth that doesn't last. Every word you fail to keep becomes the ground beneath your feet. And promises don't disappear, they settle slowly year by year. So every step you think is new is something already due. It's a trail and now I see it was always part of me. No matter how I tried to run, it was already begun. Oh, I turned, I didn't fight, let it fade into the night. And every promise I once knew still leads me back to what is true. Now the path is almost silent, but it doesn't feel erased. Just the shape of all the endings that I never could replace. And if you ever make a promise in a moment you can't see, don't assume it disappears. It might become your history. Oh. It might become your history. There's a field out back where the scarecrows lean, like they're begging God for a life unseen. But the sky stays shut, never makes a sound, just watches us rot into the ground. I was raised on dirt in a whispered curse. Every blessing given always turned out worse. Mama said, boy, don't dig too deep, but the soil don't lie and it don't forget me. And I felt it move when I broke that skin, like something below was pulling me in. The soil knows my name, it calls me down through the roots and bones underneath this town. Every sin I bury starts to rise again in the dark where it all begins. Hear it breathe through the cracks I made, like it's feeding on every debt unpaid. I don't run, I don't explain, I just sink when it calls my name. There's a shed full of tools that ain't been clean since the night I crossed that line unseen. Got a shovel worn from the weight of lies, and a stain that don't fade no matter how I try. I remember the night, but not the face, just the silence thick in that empty place, and the sound of earth as it swallowed whole what I swore would never take my soul. And the wind went dead when I walked away, like it knew I'll be back someday. The soil knows my name, it calls me down through the roots and bones underneath this town. Every sin I bear, it starts my name. There's a boy in my dreams with a hollow stare, standing barefoot in the midnight air. He don't speak, but he don't need to. I can see the truth in what I knew. He points to the ground where the grass won't grow, where the dirt stays black and the cold winds blow. And I wake up choking on the same old dread, with his shadow still beside my bed. And the walls lean in when the night gets deep, like the garden secrets I tried to keep. Every creak, every breath, every hidden sound feels like something digging from underground. I went back there drunk with a shaking hand to the cursed patch of forgotten land. Started digging like a desperate man, but the hole dug back, I don't understand. The deeper I went, the colder it grew, till the dirt felt alive like it always knew. And I heard a voice from beneath the clay: you were never the one who walked away. Now the ground feels soft, every step I take, like it's waiting for me to finally break. I see faces form in the shifting earth, all the things I buried since my birth. And I feel my legs start sinking slow, like the end's been waiting below. If there's mercy left, it ain't for me, just a grave that's already set me free. The soil knows my name, I can't escape. It's been calling me down since my first mistake. Every breath I take just feeds that ground. Every heartbeat drags me further down. Hear it whisper low through the roots and rot. All you ever were is what you forgot. I don't fight, I don't complain, I just fade when it calls my name. The soil knows it always did. Every lie, everything I hid, now it's pulling me in, inch by inch, with a grip so cold it makes me flinch. If there's heaven, it's far from here, buried deep under guilt and fear. I don't live, I remain, just a ghost in the dirt with a name. So don't dig deep where the ground turns black. Don't look close, don't you look back, 'cause the earth don't forget what you try to hide. It just waits till you're ready to lie. And when you fall, it won't feel the same. You won't be screaming, you'll be answering. When the soil calls your name. It starts in silence, deep and slow, a thing you feel but don't yet know. Like something sleeping in the walls, waiting for your name to call. The house remembers every breath, it learns your footsteps like a thread. And every mirror in the hall reflects the weight of what will fall. Stained in time, a crooked thread, a broken line, passed from father into son, until there's nowhere left to run. I laughed it off when I was young, thought curses died before they'd come. But nights got colder than before, and shadows lingered on my door. My mother never met my eyes, like she already knew the lies. And father prayed but never spoke, like every word inside him broke. And every family photo Something buried in our past was never meant to outlast. It's the family curse I carry in my bones, a history carved into skin and stone. No matter how far I try to flee, it always comes back inside of me. Oh, I run, but it knows my track. Every road just brings me back, and every door I close in vain opens into us again. The attic creaks like it's awake, like it remembers every mistake. Old letters tied in faded strings still hum with something whispering. A portrait hangs with eyes too wide, like it's watching from the other side. And every time I pass it slow, it feels like it begins to know. The basement holds a colder air, like something never left down there. And every step that I descend feels like a story that won't end. I hear my name through hollow wood, like it was always understood that I was never set apart, just another broken part. It's the family curse I carry in my bones, a history carved into skin and stone. No matter how far I try to flee, it always comes back inside of me. Oh, I run, but it knows my track. Every road just brings me back, and every door I close in vain opens into us again. I saw my father in my sleep, standing where the secrets creep. He didn't speak, he just looked down, like he was passing something down. He pointed at my shaking hand, like I was part of some command. And in his eyes I finally knew the curse was something I would do. The bloodline doesn't fade or break, it learns each new mistake. And every choice I think is mine is just the echo of the line. And now I see it crystal clear, the curse was never something near. It wasn't locked in ancient lore, it was what we became before. A cycle wrapped in flesh and name, a never-ending quiet flame that burns through every child born and leaves their future torn. It's the family curse I carry in my bones, a history carved into skin and stone. No matter how far I try to flee, it always comes back inside of me. Oh, I run, but it knows my track. Every road just brings me back, and every door I close in vain opens into us again. Now I stand where it all began, another shadow of a man. I used to think I could be free, but the curse just looked like me. And maybe I was never alone, maybe I was always home. In every broken piece I find, the family curse is in my mind. The house still breathes, the night still speaks through fractured walls and hollow creaks. And I finally understand the curse was never just the land, it was the hand I couldn't leave behind.